audio. There we go. And video. Great. Great. So we'd love to toss it over to the creators here for this second portion of the broadcast. Would love to hear, some of your impressions of Happs when you joined, and maybe we can just start with Olivia. I'm putting you on the spot since you're right here next to me. Would you mind sharing?
I don't mind sharing at all. So I joined Happs as a student journalist because I was Peter's student in one of his classes at Berkeley. Go Bears! And when I first joined the
Go
app,
Bears.
um, as an avid live streamer, I mean, I've been live streaming for many, many, many years now, since back in the blog TV days. I was one of the first musicians on Twitch as well. So I've just been live streaming for a very long time. So once I discovered Happs the app, which Peter was actually talking about in another class that I was taking, joined Happs, clicked around. I was like, this is incredible. But I wasn't supposed to do music on it at first. And once it was made, the announcement that we were able to do other content besides journalism, that really just opened up every single door. And I was like, oh my gosh, every person needs to join this app. So I started live streaming pretty regularly and making sure that everybody I knew, even if they weren't in the live streaming world, started getting on Happs and discovering how incredible this app is, how great it is just for anybody who would like to have an audience. I think it's one of the best ways to grow, and Happs is, I would say, the best multicasting platform out there, and it's free. So I love this app. I love all of you guys, and this has been such an incredible journey to watch this app grow and see how far we can take it.
Amazing. Yeah.
Love that, Olivia. Thank you.
Appreciate you sharing that. Chantal, since you're right next to Olivia, I'll ask you next to share some of your impressions. What does this mean to you as a creator?
What means what to the creator Happs?
Yes. So tell us about.
Sorry, you're like, what does this mean to you as a creator? Happs.
What does the news,
Happs?
mean to you, and how has your experience been as you've joined, and what's changed? So there are a few questions. Take whichever one you want.
Thank you. Well, first of all, the news came absolutely at the most wonderful time because, as you know, like we were suffering hard here in Europe with the virus, and since 1 week everything opened up, and suddenly it seems to be that we are back alive. So all the events are happening, things are happening. So I can go out with the phone and do what Happs is made for: is reporting on the spot, let people see what happens through my eyes. And yeah, so this like investment and knowing and being secured that you guys are going to be here at least for another 6 months, if you don't brush the 5 million through in those 6 months, that is like a very good feeling, because that's, this way I can also, like go to my events or go to people and talk very proudly about Happs and what's going to happen. Because what happened with the other app was so disappointing after investing 6 years, of investing, and then it suddenly disappeared. So it is just this being let out of prison, it feels like, and I am way too much on the app. This is how I feel like now being on Happs. But it is wonderful because I can share the world again as it should be and how I want it to be. And I think with Happs having this big injection, it's going to make it look so professional, especially for my fashion productions. I can finally get to the point what I always thought what I could do 6 months ago or 7 months ago. And now finally it is going to happen. And when you were talking about sponsorship, I was actually thinking, sponsorship, does that also mean like brands? But hey, that's probably the next stage.
Well, I love that, Chantal. It's you're spot on. We're heading in those directions, but I can assure you that this capital will take us further than 6 months. So you can rest easy well into the new year as well, for sure. But
thank you. Yeah,
I'm so thrilled
I'm
to
really
hear that you're thinking about how to do more on the platform and new ways to make use of this. It's so exciting. I love hearing this. It makes all of this worthwhile.
And also what I think is kind of interesting, because the beginning of Happs for me was really this portrait mode, kind of like curated like news, which was like kind of a mini CNN, or and then we got a little bit away of it, and now I have figured out for myself, but that was the way how I liked it. This is how I want to bring it back, So I hope that I can pull people also with just a normal phone in that direction. Just shoot like in a portrait mode and publish it. You don't have to be all complicated in, your landscape and your 16:9 and film, and just shoot with your phone and go for it.
Totally. And the nice thing is we built this in a way that gives you all of that flexibility. So you can choose which format is optimal for the type of content that you're creating. You may even switch between different formats depending on what you're doing. But the biggest thing about this is, because we started from that journalism background, the whole way the platform is built is all about collaboration. The idea that you didn't have to be at the site of things that were happening. You could tap into where things are happening from anywhere in the world by collaborating with others. And you guys have all done such an amazing job of that. And we're just looking forward to seeing more and more of that as we go forward with this.
Thank you. Excellent. Thank you, Mark. And thank you guys for creating this wonderful app. And let's go. Allez.
Allez, Chantal.
Allez.
Let's go. Yes, I will pass the virtual microphone to Bobby Bicker. Let's hear from you, Bobby. What does this mean to you as a creator?
Can we have Chris talk? He's been so quiet. We can have men, women, equality and all. I love Chris, and he's been so quiet there with his pretty smile.
Sure, gladly, Chris. We're thrilled to have you up here. We don't mean to forget about you. There we go.
It's so good to be with you all. I appreciate it. Thank you for including me in this. And wow. For someone like me, entertainment, like I told you earlier, entertainment is what I do full time. This is what I do full time. And it's great to be able to reach the rest of the world with what I do. And Happs is the platform of choice for me now. I've tried others, and this seems to work the best for me. It has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful community. And you all mentioned earlier, you thanked us earlier for being so patient with you all. It was real easy to be patient with you all simply because you were there whenever we had those issues, whenever we had those problems. I remember one morning I had an issue. I sent an email out, and I kid you not, my phone was ringing. Peter was literally calling me on my phone a few minutes later to help me resolve the issue so that I can get my stream up and going. And I have, somebody that's that dedicated to me. I have dedication to you all in return for being that dedicated to me. So I thank you.
Thank you, Chris. Man, that's so cool to hear. That's wonderful.
It's amazing. It's amazing, Chris. I'm touched, genuinely touched. And Chris, I so love tuning into your morning broadcast, the coffee, and hearing you play. It's just a wonderful part of my day. So we've loved having you on the platform, and so thrilled that you're part of this community.
I think most people just tune into my morning show because they like to hear this.
Peanut butter jelly time.
Yeah.
I think that's everybody's favorite, right?
You know, Chris, I have this theory
There it is.
about successful media that it's all about rituals. We love rituals. And when we enjoy going to people we like and re-experiencing those rituals, and the more they happen, the more we like it. You know, it's like there's something deep in the human consciousness about that. So it's funny, that's one of your rituals. And and I think that's, you know, it's the same as why, you know, to use a really old reference, it's fun to watch, you know, Norm walk into the bar at Cheers and have everybody greet him and have him say his one-liner, you know, when they say,
Right.
how's it going? You know, it's like we really, as human beings, we enjoy those little rituals that we recreate together. And it's the repetition that's part of the emotional enjoyment.
Yes, yes. A sense of familiarity, a comfort zone, and that's what we as entertainers have to provide, regardless of what's going on in our world at the moment. We still have to provide for them a place of comfort where they can sit back, relax, and they know that this chair that we have set for them is going to fit their little tushies just perfectly and comfortably every time they show up.
Well put. That should be our new tagline. You know, like fit your tushies perfectly. I love it.
Yes. And you know, a lot goes into the prep work. Used to, what I would do when I was streaming on Periscope was I was just performing my normal show on Beale Street, and I was just inviting everybody in. But here, doing it from my studio, the majority of the time now, I have to do prep work, and you know, whether it be getting some set up or something someone has requested that I do, getting that figured out and all that involves time. And the sponsorship affords us that ability to put that extra time in. And I'm sure Bobby I know can attest to this, because I have a couple of artists living with me here. I know how much goes into all the paint prep and all of that stuff. The same applies to some of the music stuff that is put in place. That takes time, and the sponsorship is what affords us that time to be able to do this for our viewers and to give them a quality product, whether it be something physical like artwork or drawing or you know, something musical. So wow, I mean, the help with the sponsorship and the waiving of the fees, that's going to be very helpful for us entertainers.
That's
love hearing that, Chris, and we know and we totally appreciate and respect how much effort and time all of you guys put into what you're doing on the Happs platform. Believe me, we think about it all the time, and that's why, as David said, every time there's a little or even a big, you know, issue with the platform, we die a thousand deaths, because we know how much you guys are putting into it, and we want to be here to support you in that. And luckily, with this money, we will make major strides in making you guys feel comfortable and confident that time is well spent.
Yeah,
Chris,
well,
I also want to mention that you're speaking to. I really think you know, it's your dedication to preparation is an indication of your professionalism, and one of the things that we created this platform to do is to allow broadcasters to reach a professional level of quality. The other thing that I think you allude to, which I particularly am enthusiastic about these tools, is that they do allow collaboration, so that if you may be able to build a team around you to help you at whatever stage you want. You know, you can divide and conquer with these tools, and that's something that we think that as we look to the future, a broadcaster like you, these could end up being very, very valuable tools to support and kind of elevate your game.
Oh yes, definitely. You know, even like let's say Swift Beats, if he was like to create some composition of some nature, and we have somebody on here who dances, I mean, they could collab, do do a joint effort and really combine their viewership, and which can help both of them grow, and not to mention it helps Happs grow also, because that's some quality entertainment right there. And to be able to do that all seamlessly in one app with one device, if need be, that is huge. That is truly huge.
Absolutely. If you're just joining us and tuning in, so in a nutshell, Happs has raised nearly $5 million in combination of venture capital and private investment. We also, as a platform, have waived all sponsorship fees that Happs takes from that as a nod to our creators. We are grateful that you're here. Thanks so much for joining us in the comments. Even if we can't read every one of them, we appreciate you and are really glad that you are here. You are the core of what makes Happs Happs. It's all about community. And Bobby, let's hear from you. Tell us a little bit about what this symbolizes for you as a creator.
Hello, yes. Well, what Chris said is true, actually, because we do spend a lot of times. I wanted to agree with that point, the last point that Chris made. I would spend like 2-3 hours just preparing for a broadcast, because people think it's just point and shoot. If I'm outside doing like a fashion show or reporting on location, that might be easy because the phone is there. But even that, you have to do preparation, because if you are at an old building, you're going to Google search, learn a little bit of history. Even that point and shoot is not that easy as you think, because you're going to have to learn a bit of history. You're going to entertain people, because if they ask, hey, what is that building, you're going to need to be knowledgeable yourself. So every broadcasting needs preparation, and if you want to put out there good content, you have to be prepared. And that preparation, unfortunately, for an artist could take a lot of time, because I could sit 2-3 hours before I start the stream to create something so I can show people as a first photo what we're going to learn that night. And I have to recreate it, but do it differently. So yeah, supporting artists, what Chris mentioned is 100%. Please, do support your creators. If you enjoy their content, it's just a way to say thank you, and it allows people to carry on and deliver more content, by all means, because it takes viewers and it takes content creators to make an app successful. So without people viewing, there is not going to be content creators, because we need people to watch or listen to us, what we say. And we do also encourage all of you to broadcast, because that's what I teach, actually. Confidence on screen and live streaming. And I see amazing live streamers here and content creators commenting. Guys, I appreciate you all, and you are all amazing. But for artists, this app is amazing. I mean, I can't stress that enough. When I first joined, yes, I needed the landscape because I was used with OBS and streaming on the other applications. I didn't have an opportunity to bring other artists on or bring in other people like designers or makeup artists, which I'm going to do that in the future. But when I heard that I can bring 8 people, that is like boom, the light bulb went on. And I believe I started getting the artists together here on Apps first, and now look how many successful shows like artists painting together and getting creative are here on Apps. Because my vision was to get Happs to be that app for the creators, especially artists, to be, if they asking around, hey, what's the best platform to stream and what's best, Happs is, because we can multi-stream. You don't have to edit videos, which some of us hate. I hate editing videos. And we can put that straight on YouTube, on Twitch, every platforms, and it's free, and I love the collaboration. And that was my sell. And of course, Pablo was very persuasive, and Peter, and you guys have been amazing. I can't thank you enough. I mean, like, I sing your praises in every broadcast I do. But yes, you are an asset on here on this platform, and the team is just amazing. I love you guys, and I can't wait to see where Happs is going. And I know it's going to get bigger and better things, because I believe in you, and I believe that we can grow these platforms and can make it a success. I want it to be, as I mentioned from the beginning, at the top of the App Store, to be the best app. And yeah, I'm working on it. But yeah, thank you again.
That's awesome. Thank you so
We
much,
We
Bobby.
love it,
Can
Bobby.
I-
You've
I
been
would-
such an
sorry.
incredible. Sorry, Chantal, please.
No, just finish that, and then I would like to make one more comment, please.
I just wanted to thank Bobby. I mean, she's been such a tremendous advocate for Happs. She's worked tirelessly to introduce people to the platform, give tutorials. It's just remarkable. Plus all the creativity that she brings with the backgrounds and the cool new features. I was wondering the other day, Bobby, what happened to the dancing animated version of you? I so love seeing that on your broadcast. I haven't seen that recently.
That is super cool.
I'll bring her tonight. Yeah, she's there.
Please.
She's there in the background.
I love that. So we love you, Bobby, and we're so appreciative of all that you've done, and we share your vision for where we want to see Happs evolve to, and we love collaborating with you to make that happen.
Absolutely.
Right
like
back at you.
I would like to add something like being a representative here for travel broadcasters, which is like, of course, the famous Louis Poppy in New Zealand, and Walt he's in Ireland, I believe, with the dog.
Yes.
Always people think it is so simple, but it is absolutely not simple. There is so much prepping to travel, to go to the location, to make sure that you have a good connection, because a lot of times we have no connection and we need to have it tested. So the production value or the production that goes into these broadcasts is very high. So I just want to mention that is not exactly point and shoot. There goes a lot more preparation in that. So please, 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 for the travel broadcasters, we also appreciate your sponsorship, your rewards, and thank you everybody for watching all that and appreciating. Thank you.
We love it, Chantal. I'm so glad
Thank you, Chantal.
You did a specific call out to all of our great travel broadcasters. I mean, especially, these days when so many of us are not able to travel in the way that we want to, it really, for me personally, makes me feel like I'm out in part of the world, which I love beyond what you can imagine. And you're so right. I mean, the amount of preparation that goes into that, the amount of preparation that goes into the artwork that Bobby does, the music that Chris and Olivia do. We've got some incredible academics on the platform, Ian and Deanna and Isa, and Eileen, and the amount of work that they do to prep their broadcast is amazing. Not to mention the journalists who put in tremendous time and effort prepping their broadcast. So just such an incredible group of people here, and we're really excited to be able to further develop these tools, but also to see this community grow and bring more people in, more people for you guys to collaborate with, and we just think it's just going to keep getting bigger and better with your participation.
And Chantal, merci beaucoup.
Exactly. Yes.
Attends, je vous en prie. Oui.
Can I add something there? Because it sounded,
Please.
I didn't make it sound that traveling, broadcasts are bad, because I do a lot of traveling broadcasts, especially like now with my holiday in Albania, I'll be doing a lot of traveling. And I know how difficult it is, because you have to choose the location that it's not as noisy so people can hear you. And the extra battery packs, oh my God, you carrying so much of it, and you have to as I was saying, to do your research on the location you visit in, and you have to be smiling. So we have to also, this is for everybody, not just traveling. You have to think of your mental state as well. We as creators have to take care of ourselves. Our mental health is very important. So if you are feeling down, you don't have to pretend being happy on screen all the time. You can take you time, take a little bit of time off. Your followers, your community is always going to be there. I always do. If you see me disappearing, I just take me time. I would just doodle in the garden. I would just calm down and gather my thoughts. So this is very important, being a creator, because otherwise you'll be burned out. But take your time, and in meantime, you can always enjoy other people instead of creating yourself. Enjoy the amazing creators that are here and support them. So that's what I wanted to add.
Absolutely. Yes. Just to clarify and reiterate, as part of this announcement about our recent round of fundraising, we are waiving the sponsorship take that Happs receives from those starting on July 1st. So just a little caveat, it's beginning soon, just a few days, but wanted to make that clear. If you're just joining Happs for the first time in the comments, special welcome to you. We have regular programming nearly every day here on this Happs account. We have a schedule. If you go to our profile, you'll be able to see when we broadcast. We have a range of broadcasts. On Mondays, we do updates and announcements. On Tuesdays, we have tutorials led by Pablo. On Wednesdays, we have amazing community takeovers of the Happs account. And on Fridays, we have the broadcast of the week. So we invite you to join us again here. Before we sign off in another few minutes, I'd love to just ask the creators, what are you looking forward to broadcasting about next? And maybe, Pablo, you can help share some of the profiles here of our amazing guests on screen as we wrap. And Olivia, I'm going to pick on you first. We'll go in the same order just for convenience.
I look forward to more music. I plan to bring that back now that I've graduated. It was very hard to balance a lot of things. I never thought I would graduate. It took me 20 years, but it happened.
Congrats, 20 years. Wow. Well, you
That's
made
awesome, Olivia.
Big congrats.
Congratulations.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? I got into Berkeley 3 times and dropped out all 3 times. It was great. So, yeah, so I'm really happy and excited about that. And then now I have a little more time to figure out a broadcast schedule. I'm also traveling right now. We're literally in a different city every few days once again. So now that the world's opening back up again, I think my following knows that I do a lot of traveling. So yeah, we're just all over the place. Like, we're in Miami now. We're going to be in the Keys again on Saturday, and then we're going to be in Utah again, back in California, then to Hawaii. It's wild.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Wow.
we pretty much live on airplanes and just trust that our immune systems are incredible. And so, yeah, I'm planning to put in some more lifestyle stuff, bring some of the music back, and I think it'll be really fun.
We can't wait. That sounds amazing. Thrilled to hear that. Chantal, I'll pass the virtual mic to you.
I'm taking it from Olivia. Thank you, Olivia. Have fun traveling. I'm looking forward to having an amazing discovery here on Happs, so I can find lots more creators to watch. Because I think that is like the one big discovery that I need on Happs. And I'm sure you guys are going to work on it or are working on it.
As we speak, Drew is working, our head of product and co-founder, behind the scenes to spend that money and make sure, to take this platform to the next level. So thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
But I do want to say it, Chantal, obviously we very much share that desire, the power and strength of this community is in the diversity of voices and diversity of perspectives. And we definitely want to grow that, but we're being very cautious after what happened the last time to not get out over our skis. And so this will evolve slowly over the next 3 to 6 months. I don't want you guys to misread what's happening. We're going to be very thoughtful and very purposeful about how we grow this going forward. But, you know, give us an opportunity to get everything in order, and then we will really start to see this community flourish. And, you know, we so appreciate you guys sticking with us through this process. We hope, you know, to slowly see some people come in over the next few weeks and months, but we won't go full force until we're ready. That's a commitment we have to you guys, and we think we'll all be better off for it.
So what, just a little question, what if another platform closes down and a whole wave comes again to Happs?
You know, it's an amazing question, Chantal. I'm somewhat embarrassed to say we have not like game planned that. But now that you've raised it, we will. And we'll think about how to handle that the next time, so that we don't get back into the situation we were in this past.
Let's just hope it's not Parler, Mark.
Exactly.
Touche, David.
Well,
Touche.
Yeah, you have to work on your muting button. But anyway, no. But I think you know, like, everybody just has to develop themselves as well here on the platform. Don't let everything hang here on the platform. Just like draw your own path, you know, like I think that will work as well, because then we can all learn from each other and Happs can move forward as well. So this is like kind of what my game plan is for now, just to draw my own path here on Happs, you know, with others, of course, but, you know, to find a way and be an inspiration.
Love it. Continue being an inspiration, I would say.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Great. So Chris Gales up next. What can folks expect coming up soon when they subscribe? What are you looking forward to in the near future?
Music, more music, live performances. I'm still working on the process of getting it so that I can stream what I'm doing in my recording software to my stream, so that you can see that process, the recording process. And I might take some people on some tours of different places around Memphis.
Yes,
in the
we would
Mid-South.
love that, Chris.
In Memphis in the
Love
Mid-South, yeah. So you never know. I get so many ideas. I just don't have enough time to put them all into play. But I want to try to work on making that happen, executing a little better on some of those things.
Fantastic. Yes, we are here to support. And just a reminder, yeah, I think we're going to do an impromptu Q&A session, Pablo and I, right after this in just a few minutes. For those who may be new to the platform, who are just joining us, special welcome to you. Stick around. We'll be going live from this account. Before we wrap, Bobby, I want to make sure we give you the floor here to talk about what you'll be doing in the near future here on Happs.
Well, I am going to continue the collaborations with the artists. I have some more amazing artists joining the platform. Different things. We're going to do some makeup. And I know that I have my very good friends, because I am a makeup artist and a body painter. So I'm going to start doing a little bit more body painting, because this was very popular on my other channel. So I'm going to do a little bit of that, and maybe a bit of classes as well. I'm inviting a few of my colleagues, makeup artists that are well known in UK and around the world, to kind of teach people maybe simple looks, but male grooming, because I know for being in front of the camera, you guys want to look good too. And I know that you expressed the desire to learn more what can men use in terms of makeup. So I have planned that. And end of July, I am going to Albania So all August, expect to see Albania. I'm going to bring you to my country, and because nobody's seen Albania on Happs. So yeah, I'm going to be streaming from Albania. But in meantime, I am so happy that things are open again, so I can start and going around London and show you some locations that I love. So yeah, a bit of travel, a lot of art, and amazing makeup and body painting. That's what I'll be doing. And of course, my famous coffee chats, because we can't not have Bobby's coffee chats. Yeah, that's it from me.
Fantastic.
Awesome.
And I'd love to give the final word and floor to Mark and David, our co-founders as well.
Well, for you, Mark, you go first.
First of all, I just want to thank Chantal and Olivia and Bobby and Chris for taking the time and joining us here. You guys have been such, an incredible and essential part of this community, and just can't even say how much we appreciate you both being on Happs and joining us for this announcement. I also want to thank everybody who tuned in to share this with us today. I really wish we had more time to speak with everybody who's here watching this and leaving all these incredible comments. We're up to almost 1,500 comments so far. It's just been remarkable to see. And I wish we could address everyone who's here, but know that we're seeing them, and we so love and appreciate everybody who's here as well. Guys, this has been a lot of hard work. I think you guys can sense that, but what makes it totally worthwhile is being here with you, and having this be a collective experience. We really do, wake up in the morning and think about how we can make this, a better experience for you. And so this just seems so appropriate to share this with everybody, and to all, be I guess thankful to the new investors that they're believing in all of us and backing us in this journey. And so to everybody collectively, I just want to say a heartfelt thanks, and I'm excited to go through this new adventure and this new stage with you. So thank you.
I echo everything that Mark was saying, especially, of course, about Bobby, Olivia, Chris, and Chantal. Thank you for being here. You just represent everything that's great about this community, and your creativity and what you've done with this platform is inspiring to us and continues to inspire us. I feel really just tremendous gratitude to the whole community, to so many of you who've reached out right here in the comments section. We're doing it for you. We have a very big vision for this. We want to make the world a better place for everyone, and we want to empower community members to achieve their creative dreams. And we're doing that. We're going to work every day with enormous energy, with that purpose in mind. And I also want to do a little shout out here, not only to my colleague Mark, but to Peter and Pablo, who are just total unsung heroes in the whole organization, who put this broadcast together. I work with them every day. You can't even know what stand-up people they both are, and what a pleasure it is to work with them. So thank you, guys. Thank you to the community. Thank you, Mark.
Right back at you, David. Thank you.
Thanks so much, David. Yeah, pleasure to work with you guys. It's been an honor. Someday we'll meet in person, David, and it'll be even better.
Isn't that ironic? Yes, someday.
Right? Can you imagine? All virtual. Yep. Just like our community, though, which is great. Again, I just want to thank everyone who made time to be a part of this and join us at this special moment here at Happs. Again, if you are just joining us, Happs is announcing a nearly $5 million round of fundraising through venture capital and private investors. We, starting July 1st, will also, as a nod to our community, be waiving the Happs take of sponsorship fees. So there's no better time very soon to support broadcasters here on Happs. Pablo and I will be doing a Q&A for those who are curious about the app to learn more about the platform. We will be going live again in just a few minutes here from this account. But thank you to every one of you who made time to be here on screen with us. Olivia, Chantal, Bobby, Chris, Mark, and David in particular, of course. Thank you for starting this whole organization and platform. Pablo, thanks for keeping it together here behind the scenes, producing as always. And we will see you back here soon on Happs, everybody. Thanks for joining us here in the comments.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Love you. Thank you for being part of this.
Cheerio. Special thanks.